everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding this for the very first time, please click that like and subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when we put up new content on this channel. So yesterday we had a lot of announcements that came out in regards to DC, especially on the animation side of things in regards to their content coming to HBO Max. Here is an article from The Nerdist where we get a few of those announcements. The new Batman and Superman animated series are coming to HBO Max. We're going to read this article here because there's a lot of information up in it, so bear with me. The two greatest heroes of the DC universe are coming back to long-form television at last. DC and Warner Brothers Animation, along with HBO Max and Cartoon Network, have announced two brand new series based on Batman and Superman. And they both have incredible pedigree among their creative teams. A new animated era will begin soon for The Dark Knight and The Man of Steel. First up is Batman the Caped Crusader. First of all, I love this poster. This thing is amazing. It's got this great design where obviously the horns, or the, whatever you call that, on the cowl is definitely kind of pointed outward a little bit. It's got this old, as we'll get into the article here, will be based on a little bit more of the noir side of the comics that were back in the day. So HBO Max and Cartoon Network have greenlit a straight-to-series order for Batman Caped Crusader. This is an all-new animated series and reimagining of the Batman mythology. It's told through the visionary lens of executive producers Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves, who is directing the Batman film in March of 2022. The series is jointly produced by Warner Brothers Animation, Bad Robot Productions, and 6th and Idaho. This is the long-awaited return to an ongoing DC series for animation legend Bruce Timm. The celebrated animator reinvented The Dark Knight 30 years ago with the very highly acclaimed and awesome TV series, The Batman, the Animated Series. This is likely the rumored Batman Animated Series revival rumored some months back, although it looks to totally be a reboot, only with Tim still involved. No word yet on who is voicing Batman and his villains, but they have big shoes to fill, as Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are the Batman and Joker for a generation. In a joint statement, Timms, Abrams, and Reeves said, "We are beyond excited to be working together to bring the character back to tell engrossing new stories in Gotham City. The series will be thrilling, cinematic, and evocative of Batman's noir roots, all while diving deeper into the psychology of these iconic characters. We cannot wait to share this with the world, share this new world, I should say." So yeah, that's the first announcement. The first announcement, obviously, I love that poster, like I said, and I loved the Batman animated series back when I was a kid. So if it's got the same guy and Bruce Timm kind of behind this, count me in. Obviously, DC has always been great in their animated projects, and the animated series for the Batman was just as no different. Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to this. Obviously, J.J. Abrams has recently signed a deal with Warner to head up some of their DC stuff. I think he did say he doesn't really see himself ever directing any DC properties, but he's definitely going to be shepherding them with his Bad Robots production. And if that's the case, I mean, he does usually pretty good productions. It's just sometimes his, directorial stuff sometimes doesn't really pan out for fans. But usually he does a good job of starting things, but sometimes finishing things he has a little bit of criticism with, especially when it comes to Star Trek Into Darkness and The Rise of Skywalker. A lot of people have criticisms of. But most people tend to enjoy the rebooted Star Trek film and The Force Awakens. So at least he's willing to admit maybe sometimes it doesn't go the best, and he's going to stay away from behind the camera, so to speak, and just produce stuff. So in that regard, I'm greatly looking forward to this. I hope we ain't got to wait too long for it. Hopefully we'll get it next year or something like that, because I think HBO Max could definitely use a new animated show here. But speaking of animated shows, there's another announcement here for Superman, so let's check that out. The show will be called My Adventures with Superman. HBO Max and Cartoon Network also announced today a 2-season series order for My Adventures with Superman. This is an all-new kids and family series following the action-packed comedic and romantic adventures of Superman and Lois Lane. My Adventures with Superman catches up with 20-somethings Clark Kent, the bright and driven Lois Lane, and their best friend Jimmy Olsen. Together they begin to discover who they are and everything they can accomplish as an investigative reporting team at the Daily Planet. In this serialized coming-of-age story, we follow Clark as he builds his secret Superman identity and embraces his role as the hero of Metropolis, and perhaps the world. Lois, now growing into a star investigative journalist, takes aspiring photographer Jimmy Olsen under her wing. All the while, Clark and Lois are falling in love, sharing adventures, taking down bad guys, stumbling over secrets, and also discovering what it means to be Superman and Lois Lane. Jack Quaid from The Boys and Alice Lee, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, lead the voice cast as Clark Kent and Lois Lane, respectively. Sam Register from Teen Titans Go serves as executive producer with Jake Wyatt from Invader Zim and Enter the Florpus, and Brendan Kloger are on board as co-executive producers. Josie Campbell also serves as a co-producer. The preview art definitely shows an anime flair. Warner Brothers' Amy Friedman said in a statement, "This fresh take delivers a modern, relatable Clark Kent alongside a fearless, whip-smart Lois Lane. Both are navigating the small tasks of both becoming adults and trying to save the world. There is no word yet as to when we can expect each of these series to drop on HBO Max and Cartoon Network, but we'd imagine a 2022 release date is likely." So that's good for it, at least. I'm not totally sure, just from reading this description here, if I'm going to be 100% down with my adventures with Superman. It definitely sounds more kid-oriented. Nothing absolutely wrong with that at all. But I know they did mention somebody from Teen Titans Go. A lot of people don't care for that series because, for one, it wasn't the original Teen Titans animated show, which most people loved. And secondly, it's a little more, comedy humor, which, again, nothing wrong with comedy humor, but sometimes people don't want it in that kid style. So, I mean, this could be more for kids, which is fine. I mean, they've done a lot of different incarnations of Superman and Batman over the years. This would just be one more. But definitely, I am definitely, me personally, more excited for the Batman Cape Crusader series here on HBO Max, because that sounds like it's going to be a little bit more adult oriented, and the whole idea of it being a noir setting, that right there is going to get me intrigued to watch this, along with all the other content that DC has coming out. They've made announcements for over the last few days as well, plus all the stuff we don't know that's coming, that they've already said that they're going to be doing multiple films on in theaters and on HBO Max each year starting in 2022, and this is just the first of those type of announcements. And if we don't get any more announcements between now and then, we'll definitely probably get more announcements at DC Fandom in October, kind of like their Comic-Con that they did online last year for the pandemic, and it was such a success they're bringing it back this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing what all DC has in store, and I'm hoping that they will get on the right track and do things right, because I'm definitely one of their biggest champions here on the YouTubes. So let's see what they do, but I can't wait to see what's in store. But what do you guys think about the new announcements for Batman Cape Crusader and My Adventures with Superman? Comment down below, let me know, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when we put up new content here on this channel. And don't forget to check out the Fat Boy Cartel podcast every Sunday right here on this channel. It's just me and a group of guys talking about the weekend topics and things throughout the week, from the world of NFL, movies, pro wrestling, or just whatever we want to talk about, just having a good time over there. So check that out, and until our next video, guys, take care.
We about to turn it up.